What is up, everybody? It's your boy Lance back at it again with a new One Punch Man the Strongest guide. We're going to be looking at an SSR review today featuring Superalloy Blackluster. So let's have a look at it, shall we? Now, before we start, I'd like to just drop a little disclaimer. I've been having a little bit of PC issues recently, so you might notice a little bit of jitter in the video, as well as there might be some issues with my devices in the middle of the video. So please bear with me for this 1 to 2 videos. So a brief introduction into our subject. The pros: he is a top tier support unit in my opinion, mostly due to his ult reduction. Although he has an overwhelming health bar, especially with Goro coming into play, the main reason why you would slot Alloy into your team comp is mostly because of his ult reduction, because it allows your backline, which is more likely than not going to be RMG, to survive basically any burst, either it's from enemy RMG or from enemy Genos. I would say that he's considered an essential unit when Genos era actually begins. It will begin with, of course, Genos banner coming in, and it's a little bit hard to say whether Genos will have a significant impact in C, because you need to also consider who is in the server, who is willing to reverse units for Genos. So it's a very subjective topic to say that Genos is going to run rampant, but more likely than not, if people actually listen to the advice of the multiple content creators as well as myself, you're going to be having at least 2 to 3 strong Genos in your server. So the good thing about having Alloy also is that he has low econ. That means he doesn't require a lot of materials to power up, and he also has no necessity to limit break past 2 star. I will get into this subject a little bit later. And he also slots well into Goro core because it's mandatory that you have 3 Espers and 1 Grappler. Alloy can fill that Grappler slot. Better yet, if you have CK, you put Alloy and CK. And yeah, we'll discuss Goro lineups when I put Goro on the 1st of April, so tune in for that. The cons. Accessibility wise, I would say Alloy is one of the harder SSR to get. Normal SSRs that is, just because that you cannot collect his shards and you have to depend 100% on gacha. He's not Malzagard level hard, but he's definitely not STK level easy. He's about mid tier in terms of pull rate. Some people get him, some people don't. Some people waited until his rate up a couple months back to actually get Alloy. So definitely a really wanted unit, almost as much as CK. And he's definitely worth the hype, that's for sure. He also has a lack of replacements. Now this is not a con to Alloy, but a con to people who don't have Alloy. Replacements wise, Malzagard can do the job, albeit worse because of the lack of ult reduction. The closest ult reduction unit will most probably be Amai. I'm not so sure whether there are any existing units with reduced ult damage. At least not at the percentage that Alloy does. SSR, Amai as well as Drive Knight will be the next units that will be able to reduce ultimate damage. He's also quite high econ for high level PvP, and I'll explain this in the simplest way possible. Between a 4 and a 5 star Alloy, a 5 star Alloy will most likely win. The reason being is that the 5 star passive on Alloy actually bolsters up his ultimate reduction, making him and his role harder to kill. Simplest way for that. And in high level PvP, you'll be having people nuking you for insane amount of damage. So most likely than not, you will need to high econ Alloy just a little bit in terms of extreme training as well as requesting shards. Now, abilities breakdown. So I have a video here, fresh up of the CN server. Credits to Y322 for this video. Thank you so much. So his passive is known as Muscles of Steel, just like okay, he reduced 40% ult damage for 2 rounds and unyields once, restoring 50% of his max HP. At 5 stars, he reduced 50% of damage for 2 rounds, which is a 10% influx, which is very much appreciated. Unnuke for 1 time, restoring 40% max HP to self. So let's have a look at Alloy, which is on the right side, versus a team without Alloy. So this is during the height of Genos meta, where every major PvP player has started to build the Genos quite well. So as you can see, enemy backline RMG seems to be quite steady. And that Genos just literally one-shots the whole team, leaving only Gyoro alive. So hello everybody, welcome to the balanced gameplay that we're about to feel in a couple of months. And their BP is not that far away. So Alloy Gap everybody. His basic attack, Superalloy Smash. He hits a single target for 120% damage. He grants himself tenacity up to 20% of his max HP. So, very basic. And you can see the tenacity shield. So, his ultimate, everybody knows this. My bro Frosty Muxkey from the One Punch Man The Strongest Discord server knows this very well. He deals 130% attack in a cross shape, hitting 4 targets. 100% chance to injure main target. Low HP allies redirect the damage to Alloy up to 40% of the damage taken, and reduce damage on self by 20%. Now, most people will not be ulting on Alloy unless it's in live clash and you're using it as a main carry like I am. So this Ultra Ultimate I would not recommend anybody to get. So deals a 30% influx in attack. Same stats, except that low HP allies redirect the same amount of damage as well. The only thing different is the reduced damage to self. Sorry, my bad. It is doubled to 40%. So let's have a look at it, shall we? Okay. Okay, guys. I was as I said, I had PC problems today. So I was just messing around trying to meme some stuff, and I completely forgot that that I had that. But okay, that happened. So we're going to the meta analysis now. So what is up everybody? Usually for this section of meta analysis, I'll probably pop up to my BlueStacks and I'll show you my account, do some PvP or something along those lines. Well, now that I have my own Discord server, I actually have video submissions from a few of my viewers regarding their units and how they shine. So I have a person from the Discord known as Y322 actually supplied me with a few Alloy clips that I am interested to share with you guys. So let's actually have a look at this together. Okay. So this is against a CE lineup. As you can see, there are no 3 grapplers, so it's 100% on the CE core. Which core I'm not too sure. So my friend Y322 is on the right hand side. He has Darkshine in the front line just to protect his RMG, which is also on the front line, because he's prioritizing the safety of his Genos. So as you can see, the OTK takes out mostly every unit. CK is still very much healthy, mostly because of Alloy's damage reduction. And this Genos just kabooms the enemy team, and that's all she wrote. So pardon me for the notification sound because it is Discord and it is my server. So there will be a few ding dings and a few pings here. So you're going to see the second clip here, which you've already seen on the passive, but this is how hard Genos actually smacks against your lineup. So pretty sick damage, but without Alloy, your team is just gonna get melted. To be honest, as you can see, the Alloy gap, I like to call it, is definitely real, and it's definitely something to look for. And this is a longer drawn out battle. Apologies for the volume. The enemy Genos rocks off to a good start. RMG couldn't take out an enemy's RNG. It's probably because of Alloy and his ult reduction. And kaboom! There we go. And this RMG is actually able to take out the enemy RMG. I'm not sure whether the resources are equal, but definitely I would say Alloy played the part. He did what he needed to do, and that's all that matters, to be honest. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, because anything that helps you win is definitely the reason why you're going to be happy in the day. So as you can see here, the enemy actually pushes him to quite an extent, and that's all she wrote, everybody. So judging from these two clips, in my opinion, I would say Alloy is a necessary unit. Now I can show you his current PvP, but it's going to have the same result. But this video, more or less, I'm preparing you for Genos meta. So let's say you do not have Genos but you want to PvP. I highly recommend you 5-star Alloy, and I'll talk about that more in the material expense section. Also, if you're interested to join your boy every day, can chit chat, chill, welcome to the Discord server. I'll put the link down in the description. Everybody is welcome. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love lands. If you get the reference, type it in the comment section. Back to the video, everybody. And we're back. Welcome to material expense, everybody, where we understand how much you should throw into your unit. So 5-star is preferred, as I mentioned in the previous section, just because that you'll be able to get a 10% of sweet ult damage reduction. It's so good. Extreme training is recommended. It's not mandatory, by the way. Please extreme train your LSSRs if you have 4-star LSSRs and you want to push to 5 stars. If not, if you're like me and you don't really want to train any more LSSRs, but Zombie Man's at 4-star, Garo's at 5, so I'm quite happy with everything, you can extreme train Alloy. Or if you want, you can extreme train Malzagard as well. Awakening, he can be ignored, 100% ignored. Shift resources to your main hero unit, which I would recommend be Genos or Garo if you're up for that. Some additional information. Gears wise, you should definitely push for suit HP percentage. Unfortunately for myself, I seem to be lacking a lot of HP gears because RN Jesus just doesn't want to give me any good things. So I run a broken set. I actually swapped the attack shoe for a HP shoe as of late. Just because, yeah, you don't really need attack on Alloy, to be honest. And this is the set that I'm actually running, HP. Talent wise, it's not necessary, but it's definitely good because you gain extra HP from it. So if you have a talent day and you don't really have units to talent anymore, just go talent Alloy for fun. But of course, you can just go Nightmare CC and gain better rewards from there, of course, right? And sigils wise, I don't recommend you use any sigils actually, but if you want to, you can go Sharp Sword, Ultimate Reduction if that strikes your fancy. Buff gears, 3 HP, you don't really need to start session card, to be honest. Now, major issues of our big boy over here. He's hard to replace, as I mentioned before, so he'll be in your lineup as a filler slot for a very long time. And then when DK comes, if you're getting DK, Alloy is basically gutted and thrown to the side. Genos is unhinged without him. I will actually show you guys a few videos. You can actually drop down to my Discord. I dropped my link in the description. And he also requires HP percent gears as well as HP percent buff cards. So if you're unlucky in that aspect, or you're actually saving up for Genos, your hero as well as your class S need to have double. So if you're having unlucky runs with that, it's going to be a little bit difficult. And it's also a force slot. Because it's considered a mandatory unit, you basically lose an extra slot in your lineup because 3 of them will be taken by Espers, 1 of them will be taken by Alloy, and you need another main tank unless you're running Phoenix Man. So it's actually a 4 slot for you, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to draft team comps because you have 4 units that are locked already. and then another slot will most probably be Genos, so you have 5 slots locked, so you only have one versatile slot to use, and see how it goes up. Most probably people will slot CK for that. So that's it for this session of SSR review. Once again, I apologize for the quality if there's a drop in quality. I'm having a little bit of technical issues. Thank you so much for your patience and for your support. I have a giveaway of 1,000 subscribers, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen by April. Nevertheless, I'll be pushing for it and trying to get it by May. So everybody, I'd like to thank you so much again, once again. Peace.